Happy Disability Pride Month.
Happy Disability Pride Month.
And welcome back, Saftronauts, to Safier Universe.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to talk more about Gabe in honor of Disability Pride Month. Cheers. Here we go. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about what it's been like living with Gabe individually. So, you know, Kira's going to talk about from the sister, mom's perspective, dad's perspective, my perspective, and then Gabe, what's it like been living with yourself?
How are they?
Gabe, how are you?
Hip hop.
How you doing? Gabriel, you know why we're doing this also? This is for July, because July is Disability Pride Month. All about being proud of you.
Okay, because what are you, Gabriel? You are?
17.
No, he says his birthday. You're not 17.
I'm 17 anyway.
No.
Do you have Down syndrome? Down syndrome, right? Here's to you, man.
Here's to you.
So, Kira, why don't you talk to us a little bit about what it's been like living with Gabe, being Gabe's sister and his twin?
Gabriel is my best friend, but he's also like the physical embodiment of the person that I always try to be every day, and he pushes me to be not even just kind, just to be open and accepting of anyone I come across of. And he gives me the confidence I need when I feel at my lowest. And when I look at him, I feel like this wave of protection that he gives me, and as my older brother. And
my neck.
Well, you too. And I tell everyone this who asks me this question, but I would do literally anything for him, and because I have so much love for him that goes beyond how I can even express it in words. But you're my buddy, right?
By the body, you know. Yeah.
I think there have been obviously difficult moments. You know, it's obviously frustrating as someone who cares about him so much to know that there's some things throughout life that he might not be able to embark on because of the fact that he has a disability, but it's also beautiful to see all of the things that he can do. Like, he is extremely intelligent with technology. I don't understand how he finds things on his iPad, but he finds them, and I never understand how he does it. He has amazing rhythm. He's an incredible dancer. He's extremely flexible. He can do any sport. And me being a theater kid, I will never have that ability. And he's so stylish, and he knows how to comb his hair until it's perfect. And he'll come into my room and he'll pick outfits for me, and I'll go through my closet and I'll ask him yes or no, and he'll put the clothes in a yes, maybe, or no pile for me. It's just I have my best friend with me all the time, and when I'm away at school, it feels like a part of me is just not with me, because he's my other half, and he's just. I don't know what I did to deserve you, but I'm so grateful for you, buddy.
So what's it been like living as Gabe's brother? Older brother.
Older brother. Hi. Fun. Fun is the best way to start with it. It's almost like every single day, no matter how stressful things can get. I'm thinking of it now. I have to really try and think about what it's been like throughout the years, but so many skills, so many things that just don't come naturally to people have always been natural for me, for Kira, for I feel like us as a family, because such as patience. I mean, growing up with him, I just have such a deep-rooted understanding of just being patient with people, and deep-rooted empathy for other people, and that's because of like coming of age, going through teenage years with Gabe as my brother. And I would say as well that speaking from now, when things get stressful, when things get very, very busy, getting to, just coming home at the end of the day and just seeing Gabe on the couch with his headphones and his iPad and just flicking the drumstick and just like, so, he just doesn't know, he doesn't live a moment of his life that is not lived fully and in just a fun, almost childlike innocence throughout his life. Every single moment is just full of that kind of energy. So it's almost like all that stress goes away when you're just around Gabe. You know what I mean? And I will also say that in the last couple of years, getting to, and now with the family, with everyone, what a blessing it is to have come out of something that could have been very, very, crippling to, like from a career standpoint also. Be with me for a minute. From a career standpoint to when we went into lockdown, went into the beginning of the pandemic, it could have been, well, what do we do now? But I think all of us, we sort of, as a creative outlet as first, but found making videos for social media and these fun, wholesome videos with you were like a way of not only just like having fun while we were home, but as a way. Am I boring you with my story?
Yeah.
Was a way to just like keep growing, and like as many of you know, I'm an actor, and so for me to be where we are now, where we've grown to this point, and knowing how far we can go as a universe with everyone, but also to be able to do this with my brother, it's given me more of a purpose, is the best way to put it. I knowing how, like, what I want to do going forward, and like and sort of unveiled where all of this has led to, how I want to be an ambassador down the line. I want to help with legislation with people who have special needs, people who have Down syndrome, like Gabriel, and it's given me more meaning that has come from all of this and come from you. So you, my friend, I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for making not just my life, but everybody's life better. Better.
I think.
Okay, I love you.
I like you.
So, what has it been like living with Gabriel as your son?
Yeah, so it's this is a whirlwind of thoughts and such, because we've traveled a long journey together, and together with Mom and such. But part of me is plays that protective dad, I think, in many places, in many ways. But at the same time, realizing that that Gabriel has to have latitude, to be able to express himself and be who he's going to be. So there's a large part of me that wants to pave the way for Gabriel, get everything out of his way, get the programs in place, get the services that he needs, so that he can really thrive and have a very meaningful and fulfilling life. At the same time, his personality is so charming, and he's very free spirited. And Mom and I have always loved the quality of him, where he'll just go up to people, and give them a handshake and give them a hug. Why can't we be in a world, where he does that? But he realistically can't do that to everybody, but there's a quality and something that's very special in that, that I guess he sort of teaches us every day, that, you can be that kind, you can be that loving, you can be that wholesome, you can be that giving, you can be that warm. And that's the kind of world that he lives in. And I think in many ways, I'd love to, I wish I could step into his shoes and understand what the world looks like to him. What does he think? What does he see? What's he, what does he want to do? And we'll never have sort of that opportunity to do that. So yeah, I don't know, it's, you can't beat around the bush on this. Having a child with Down syndrome is a very fulfilling, but also a very challenging, thing. And there's lots of, all about you. There's lots of advocating to be done. You know, there's frustrations. You know, for the last 2 months he's been talking about going to Cape Cod. You know, and he badges us with cottage. You know, all through the day. And I say, I know, cottage. We're gonna go to the cottage, but how many times are you gonna tell me we're gonna go to the cottage? You know, so you know, ratchets up the blood pressure and whatever. And we're gonna sit here and you know, whitewash the whole thing and say, wow, I can take it. You know, but if I'm going to be told that let's go to the cottage 950 billion times in 5 minutes, we're going to the cottage. But you know, but what does that all mean? You know, he looks forward to all these things because they're important to him, and they're, you know, they have a lot of memories, and he loves doing it, and so that's at the bottom of it. So it's important to realize that you know, that his heart is very open. Our hearts are very open because we've lived with him for 20 years. And you know, and we sort of understand a lot of things, and it requires a tremendous amount of patience and understanding and tolerance, you know, to live with each other day in and day out. You know, would I make any changes? Would I wish that things were different? Never. Not from what Gabriel has taught us in 20 years. Wouldn't change a thing. You know, life could be easier. Life would not have as many struggles. We wouldn't have to be advocating as much, maybe. But I would not change a thing.
All right. So, Mama, tell us, what is it like having lived with Gabriel as your son? Having a son who has Down syndrome?
One of the things when we were planning to do this mini-series, I knew that this question was going to come up, and I've been thinking about it for a while. And I guess the best way to explain part of the more challenging aspect, like Josh was saying, was years ago there was a movie. It's called Mr. Holland's Opus, and yes, and he and his wife have a child who is born deaf, and there's a scene in that movie with Richard Dreyfuss, and I honestly cannot remember the actress who played the mother, where she's in the kitchen and the son is trying to communicate with her, and he can't speak at this point because he doesn't know sign language, etc., and he's getting very frustrated, and he's banging things and throwing things, and she's getting frustrated, and he's trying, I guess she wants to get him into, I believe, a sign language school or something to that effect, and he's talking about the money and how difficult it's going to be and so forth, and she basically just explodes and
Hey, Mom.
and just says, I want to communicate with my son. That's been the hardest part over the years. We understand them. I mean, don't get me wrong, we do. But there are times he gets upset, or there's been a couple of times where he'd be hysterical crying or whatever the case may be, but he can't tell us why. He doesn't know how to communicate that.
Oh, Gaby's gonna get emotional because you're getting emotional.
Well, yeah, he does that too. Okay. No, mommy's good. Mommy's good. Okay. No crying. Okay, so mommy's good. Okay, I'm good. Okay, so. Or, like, for instance, he just came back from camp, and he doesn't know how to tell us all the different things he did, or maybe what he ate, or whatever the case may be. He communicates, and we know what he wants, like he wants the cottage, okay? But because he doesn't know how to have conversations in the same way that we are used to, he uses the cottage. He says that all the time because it's a way of him being a part of the conversation. So life with him has been overwhelmingly beautiful, enriching. He's a loving, sweet young man. It's hard to say that. But I will say I don't agree with my husband 100%. If there was one thing I would change, it would be to be able to really know what he's thinking about. That's the one piece. Without changing him, I wish I could really know But I look at him, and I think I do know. So it's kind of a mixed bag. Because all you have to do is look at that beautiful little face and those beautiful brown eyes, and you know what he's... I think I know what he's saying.
Oh, Nikki, I like you.
Come here, group hug, everybody. Come here, Mom needs a hug. Get over here, everybody.
Mom, can you stop being so emotionally
Hey,
available?
you knocked me off again.
I wish I was emotionally available.
I wish I had emotions.
Okay, group hug.
There we are. Happy Disability Pride Month.
Happy Disability Pride Month.
We love you, Saftronauts.
Gabe.
Gabe, Gabe, we love you, Saftronauts.
Saftronauts.